Jason, calling from the 805. Where are you calling from?
I'm actually in Santa Monica.
In Santa Monica, sunny Santa Monica. So you're close.
How you guys doing?
We're doing great. Please tell me you're not like standing outside the studio with an AK-47 or something. We don't like your idea. You're going to shoot the place up?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good. And so you're in sunny Santa Monica like we are, and you're going to pitch us so you know how this works. We're going to give you 60 seconds. And you ready to go?
Ready to go.
You nervous?
Nervous? No.
Good. I like that confidence.
Waiting for feedback? Yes.
Okay, good. In 3, 2, 1, you're on.
We've built a platform that we call Content Bridge. It provides content management and supply chain automation for the entertainment industry. We solve a fundamental problem that every content-centric company has across the movie, television, and music industries. That problem is as follows. If you have thousands, if not millions, of pieces of content, and hundreds, if not thousands, of business partners, all who which need the content and the metadata and the associated collateral in different formats. In other words, they all have heterogeneous requirements. Yet, all of that content to all of those business partners in an efficient, cost-effective, quality-assured manner. And the answer for almost everybody in the business today is not very well. And we've solved that problem. And there is my elevator pitch.
Okay. Your pitch was pretty good because I understand what you do. That's a good pitch. Was I excited and did I think there was something incredibly innovative about it? No. So I think it was clear but not inspiring. And a great pitch should present some huge problem that you're going to solve and that you're going to do in some incredibly unique fashion. So I believe you that these entertainment companies have a lot of pieces of data. They have a lot of partners. They need to get it to them. They have disparate needs. But I'm assuming that a lot of these systems have been built already or they have homegrown systems. And I'm not sure that these are the best customers in the world because there's a small number of them. And they're kind of broke. So I was left wanting a little bit more towards the end of like, what is this amazing solution you've come up with?
Okay.
You know, there's a lot of CRM systems out there, and there's a lot of digital rights management systems out there. This has been going on. I've heard about these companies for 20 years now. But let me have Jim give you the sort of feedback he has after hearing your pitch.
I guess there's just a couple missing pieces, right? One is business model, and two is how big is the market. And I don't mean on the thousands of pieces of content, that's obvious, but you know, what in terms of the actual paying customers side of this, and how, you know, what are they going to actually pay for? How are you going to make money on it?
Sure.
In terms of the need, we see this at Clicker. I mean, it's obvious the need is there. My biggest concern and fear is that it's kind of like selling technology to doctors or lawyers. I mean, these guys are so far in the Stone Age with some of this stuff. The people in charge of making these decisions are often, they wouldn't even know the first thing about what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So how are you going to kind of cross that chasm?
All right, so there you have it. Market size was a key. What's the business model? How are you going to charge for this? So how many customers really are there? How are you going to charge for it? And then how are you going to overcome their major objection, you know, or how are you going to overcome their major lack of sophistication in technology? I'm going to let you answer that in a second, but I'm going to encourage everybody who's in the chat room on Ustream or listening on Twitter to say what they thought of the pitch. So give us a 1 to 10, what you thought of the pitch and why. Put a little sentence in there, and I'll read that back to him in a second. But Jason, answer Jim's questions.
Okay. Jim, you want to fire back one at a time and I'll answer them?
Sure. Business model.
Business model is predominantly SaaS. The system, Content Bridge, is hosted at our data center. It's web accessible. So in other words, we source, digitize, quality assure, and ingest our clients' content, post it on the platform. Their product managers access it over any web-enabled device. They can reach into the digital, asset management utility, pull assets out, generate products, distribute them through the supply chain to business and marketing partners anywhere in the world.
And what are you going to charge for that?
We have two pricing methodologies. We want to price in a way that is normalized to the industry in which we're working. So inside the entertainment industry, there really is the television, movie, recorded music, and music publishing businesses. We're not focusing on book publishing or anything of that nature. So for the movie and television industries, they're used to working with post-production facilities that bill on an a la carte per action basis. Our system has a full audit trail. It's very easy for us to do that. Every time they want to transcode and deliver a particular product, they'll get billed. For the music industries, they're more interested in a fixed cost. They want a scalable, flat rate per whatever the billing period is, call it monthly, based on the number of assets in the system. Did that answer your question?
Yep.
Yeah, I think it does. What's unique about your system compared to how they do it already? Is there something unique about it?
There is a tremendous amount of unique qualities in our system. To give you some tangible examples, UMG, Vivendi Universal, right? Largest music company in the world, about 35% of the market. Also owns Genius Products and is now a theatrical movie releasing company with several thousand hours of catalog. They have a system called HAL, which basically manages sound recordings and the images associated with albums and can transcode and deliver those. Doesn't do any metadata. They had to build a separate system called R2D2 to do that. And they have absolutely no solution for any kind of video. So not only do they have disparate systems that creates a process that can take, call it 2 months to take a product to market, but they don't have any solution for video. So we've done all of these things and wrapped them into one easy-to-use system so that a single product manager can manage the entire supply chain end-to-end without having to, go to other people, go to other systems, call vendors. We've really removed a lot of the logistical complexity from the process.
So most people have homegrown systems, and
well, at the major studios, yes, because they've been around long enough.
Right.
Some don't really have any at all, surprisingly.
Oh, really? They have like file folders and floppy disks and Excel spreadsheets.
Guys companies like MGM and Lionsgate, you'd be surprised. They use a lot of third-party vendors to manage their media. They've got tapes and digital files sitting at Technicolor and Ascent.
Wow.
But those guys don't know how to handle metadata. They don't know what supply chain looks like. It's a surprising challenge, and in fact, in my opinion, can be a Sarbanes-Oxley violation, because these publicly traded companies are issuing reports to their stakeholders under certain assumptions, like they can actually monetize their library. In fact, in some cases, Lionsgate has a multi-hundred-million-dollar credit line collateralized by that library under the pretense that that library is monetizable.
Right.
But in fact, I would posture only about 10% of it's monetizable because they don't have the system.
So have you gotten any of these people to, have you had a meeting with anyone and said, hey, I have this software I'm building, are you interested in it, and what was their initial feedback?
Yes. We have not shown it to everybody, but those who have seen it are incredibly excited by it. We're currently in a private beta with clients that we feel signal trust and quality to their peers in their respective industries.
Yeah.
And that's going quite well for us.
And what's the name of the company?
The name of the company is Content Bridge.
Content Bridge. But you don't have the domain, I see.
ContentBridge.tv.
ContentBridge.tv, okay. And I see the ContentBridge.com domain is for sale, but you haven't gotten it yet. And has the company raised money yet, or where are you at with that?
According to your .com.
Yes.
Yes. So Content Bridge is actually a subsidiary of a company called Go Digital that built this application out of its own internal need to manage content and accelerate the supply chain. Go Digital is itself a content-centric company, predominantly engaged in distribution.
I think you have something interesting here. It is boring in one way, but if it might be boring to people listening to the show, but this might be to the people who are managing this file room with all this nonsense in it and all this disparate systems, and the only way to know if somebody had a Mustang car versus a Mustang horse, in a movie scene that they could license, would be, through like some old lady who's been working there for 40 years, who has a great memory, this could be like a savior for them, and I think that they would see an increase in their sales and probably reduce delinquency. So I think you have a winner, depending on.
We do two. We achieved two things, and you nailed it. We reduced cost and we increased revenue.
Right. It's going to be a no-brainer for people. I think you got to go in and just, get them addicted to it, and then charge them a very large fee for it once they are addicted to it. But good luck with it, and keep us posted. Do you have a Twitter account that we can follow to follow progress of your company?
Not currently on Twitter.
Okay.
Probably should be after that.
Yeah, you need to do the whole social media thing. You got
Neither are most of the people he's selling to, though.
Yeah,
so
but even still, you should get a whole thing going, because the Lionsgate guys will be, and somebody who works there will be. Every company's got 3 intelligent people at it. These big companies that have over 1,000 people, there's at least 3 people there who get it. And when you sort of have a good social media presence and you're talking about this archiving stuff and digital rights management, media management, they'll get it. But it looks like you have a good business, and if it's all hosted and whatnot, it could be a money printing machine, especially if they're paying monthly or quarterly. This thing could just be like an annuity and just keep paying off. So good luck with it.
Beautiful. Thanks for your time.
Cheers now. Bye.